6, 7 games into the season, we had no idea what this team was. Tigers dugout emptied pretty quickly after Game 6 of the ALCS.
He's the trick, I'm the treat. Happy to be inside a nice, warm, comfortable studio.
I regret everything. Just like the drive, the Pistons have 3 wins this season under first-year head coach Stan Van Gundy, except Grand Rapids has played 6 games. Detroit has played 17.
I mean, if you missed this one, I'm sorry for you. Is that going through your head like, this is it? This is the one time I shouldn't do this?
I don't think I had enough time to think about it.
Wait, Matt Flynn is starting for Green Bay. 6 touchdowns against the Lions in 2011, Matt Flynn. Oh, man.
How they got it out, and more cases just like that one. And again, Mitch,
Stop showing it. It's done. There's football. Kyle Singler.
Down the lane.
Jenga. I meant to crack my voice there.
Thinking disappointment in your voice.
No, that was puberty. Puberty and disappointment.
That too. Okay. Thanks, man.
I could watch like an hour and a half of just Jim Harbaugh naming days that are important.
Yeah, he's excited, but
Boxing
you can't
Day,
really
you know,
tell.
it's like Boxing Day.
You know,
Flag Day is great.
Like
Flag
Christmas.
Day, you know,
Yeah.
because you get a flag.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Arbor Day is great. Arbor's really good. State quarterfinals tonight for boys basketball. A whole lot of eyes looking at Lansing. Michigan Mr. Basketball Deontay Davis and defending Class A champion Muskegon taking on Lansing Everett, led by Trevor Manuel. He finished 3rd in the Mr. Basketball voting. Check out all the people at Lansing Eastern in the field house. The winner, of course, going to the Brez on Friday. 3rd quarter, Big Reds down 8. Here comes Davis with the block. Up to Hip Hop Kennedy. He'll take it through the D. Cuts the deficit to 6. Later, though, it's a 14-point deficit for Muskegon. Daryl Kirkland misses. Deontay does not. Big Reds, though, still down 12. Keith Guy hoping his team can figure something out, but it doesn't happen tonight. To Myron Jackson, to Manuel. This one, wow. Who thought? Everett wins it 75-52. I first met Deshaun Thrower back in February. The memory of 19-year-old Quentin Miller's death still fresh. Deshaun, now a senior at Muskegon High School and one of the most sought-after football and basketball recruits in the state. As he starts his final year at high school, Deshaun knows the motivation provided by his friend and his memory has helped get him to where he is today. Deshaun Thrower's phone rang sometime between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock the morning of February 16th. The other line delivered tragic news. He woke up his parents to tell them.
I just went, like, he gone. And they was like, who? I was like, Quentin, he got shot. That's everything happened.
This was Deshaun just a day after Quentin Miller was shot and killed on 6th Street in Muskegon Heights. Thrower's tears fell on the floor of Muskegon High School's weight room as he told me about his friend that day. Tuesday, I sat back down with Deshaun.
Do you think about that phone call?
Yeah, I think about it a lot. Like, I got the phone call around, like I said, like 4 or 5. And I still wake up, like, every night around that time. I wake up and get to thinking about it. Just like go look at his pictures or something in my phone, go to his Facebook page, might write something like that.
Deshaun first met Quentin when he was 7 years old. They grew up playing sports together and lived across the street from each other.
I looked up to him at a young age. I always liked being around him. He was like a big brother back then too. You know, that's when I built a relationship with him, got to trust him and stuff.
They were first opponents on the football field in 2011 in a meeting between Muskegon and Muskegon Heights.
You're the sophomore quarterback for Heights. He's the senior safety for Muskegon. It was in the second half. Something happened.
Yeah, I threw an interception to him. He ended up scoring off of it.
You hear about that for a while?
Yeah, he was always talking about it. And right when I got home, you know, they stayed across the street, and his mama, she put some Muskegon T-shirts on the tree and stuff. So yeah, they was up there for like a couple weeks.
Deshaun transferred to Muskegon for his junior year, where he became a star on the field and on the court. He's now a legitimate Division I recruit. Quentin took notice and kept pushing Deshaun.
We had just got done playing basketball with each other a couple days before the incident happened, and I was dropping him off. And before he got out the car, he was telling me like, "Little bro, you got to get us up out of here." And, he said, "Just stay focused and keep playing basketball and football and keep your grades up. You got to get us up out of here, because it's on you now. I'm out of school, and then, you know, my basketball and football stuff ain't work, so now it's on you." And I took that to heart ever since then.
In the months since Quentin's death, Deshaun has started his senior football season. He had 3 touchdowns and 200 total yards in the Big Reds' 41-7 season-opening win against Grand Haven, a game he played with his new number, Quentin's old number 9.
Just putting on the jersey made me think of some memories and stuff, just thought about him. But I just know having on the jersey, I had him with me and stuff. And I know, like, every time I score, I cross that 9 and point up to him.
Pointing to the friend who helped make him who he is.
I might not be as good as I am right now if I didn't have him in my life. He pushed me to be as good as I can be, and now that he's gone, I'm trying to push myself to be even better.
There still haven't been any arrests made in Quentin's murder case. He did leave an infant son behind. Deshaun says the whole community's really stepped up to help raise the child, and every time he sees him, he thinks of Quentin. In the studio, Mitch Fick, Fox 17 News.
What do you like best about wrestling?
That sometimes you win.
Blake Peasley just stands out. It might have something to do with the bright red mohawk.
It's spiky.
But it's not just his look that makes people notice this 6-year-old from Rockford. It's what he does to opponents on the wrestling mat.
But most of the time for him, it was his position on the mat. Even when he didn't know a lot of moves. You know, he always was in a good position. That's hard, very, very difficult to teach kids. So that's a gift.
The kid they call the Beast just finished his Michigan Youth Wrestling Association season 33-0. He's heading to nationals this weekend after he won a state title in the final seconds of his championship match. He's got every right in the world to be confident.
Do you think you're good?
Yeah.
He even challenged me to a match. I gave it a shot, but the Beast got the best of me.
I lose it sometimes. I get so excited, and it's like I'm right out there, and it's great watching him.
But the Beast wrestles with a burden.
He has a blood disorder, von Willebrand's disease, where his blood doesn't clot.
See, if you or I get a bloody nose, it might last a couple minutes before our bodies naturally use certain proteins to stop the bleeding. For people with von Willebrand disease like Blake, those bleeds can last for hours, even days. Doctors advise against contact sports for people with the disease, but Blake refuses to take no for an answer.
But it's very hard for me to tell my child that's doing so well at something, you can't do it. And we give him the option. We have a medication on hand. His trainer knows about it. His doctor or his coach knows about it. His doctor knows he's there. And like I said, we just take it one thing at a time.
I could tell him, well, you just can't do that, and he learns, to live with it, and he knows there's, things that get in your way, and you just got to overcome it.
And Blake doesn't plan on giving up being the Beast anytime soon.
You want to be a high school state champ?
Yeah.
You want to be a national champ?
Yeah.
I gotta say, I wouldn't put it past him.